Ladies and gentlemen et al., this is Odeco and welcome back to Blueprints. So when we left off, we were just about to light the fourth torch and find out whatever that does. And hopefully not kill our orchard. Have a nice buff at the start of every day. Now with the 2 extra gems and the 12 coins, a little more comfortable. I wonder if there's anything that gives a key allowance. That would be really great. I would be a little surprised. That seems very powerful, but I was surprised there was a gem allowance. I was not expecting that at all. What do I want to do? Oh, orchard. That's right. All right. I'm sorry, trees. I will be back to turn this back on, I swear. Cool. Elevator, cool. All right, can I... Oh, it goes away. Or maybe it doesn't go away, but... We'll leave it on for now, but I'm nervous about that. Yeah, the pipes turned off. Oh no, it's like November. There was a note that said, if you turn this off, the trees won't survive over the winter, and it's November, and it's been turned off. And the trees give us 20 extra steps per day, alongside just being nice to look at. So, very stressed out about that. I wonder if there's any redundancy, like maybe there's a 5th valve you can find, something like that, to avoid having to turn off the pretty trees. Ooh. We finally are going to be able to see whatever's going on down there. Scripps and Redford Mining Company, Excavation Department. July 2nd, 1915. So like 90 years ago. As our client Thomas Sinclair suspected, the arches that were visible from the south cliff were part of a much larger arcade carved into the rock face. So those are like even older ruins. Last week, when our crew first arrived, only 2 supporting pillars were visible, but after only a few days of clearing vines, moss, and dirt, we've uncovered a dozen more. Our exploration so far has been limited and entirely superficial, as every shaft we have surveyed has ended abruptly, and every promising path leading deeper into the mountains has been blocked by tunnels packed tight with solid rock and debris. The site is either much older than we first assumed, or someone deliberately had these chambers buried. The precipice. Oh, so mist is down here. All right. No idea what to do here. Got it. Don't know what that puzzle's all about. It's blocked. Cool. Foreman's copy. Do not remove from sight. Realm and blank. Sigils of the Past and Present by Professor Willard. 1905. Fennaries. The first era, either the natural... They did this in order that realm might not be understood by strangers. Historically speaking, sigils are not a new tradition. They've been found in every era and every culture and predate both written text and heraldic arts. However, today, when we use the term sigil, we're referring to specifically to realm sigils, those crude circular marks of designation found on royal artifacts, building, and older documents. This book was written to make simple the understanding of these fascinating glyphs, to clearly display the correlation between each sigil and the iconography of the realm's royal art. How is the image of a leafless burning tree seen in geometric lines, and what does that tell us about the kingdom's history? Each line, each circle, each variation tells a story of the land. Even the adorned borders around the sigils have a special meaning. Sigil. Have we seen these? I don't know if I've seen, maybe they've been on things and I just haven't picked them out as being relevant. To understand a realm sigil, we must first dismantle the symbol and identify individual elements that make up the whole. Its sigil is composed of 4 things: core, dividing lines, the moats, the border. The core. At the center of each sigil is a unique shape, different for each realm. If the core gives us a name, if the core gives us a name, then the rest of the sigil tells us the history behind the name. Still, it is important to be able to identify and distinguish the core as the first step, deciphering any sigil, as all the other parts are meaningless if we don't know the place we are describing. Several well-known, and then, of course, it's torn out. So this is Arindia. This is Fen Ares, probably. We've seen a few place names that kind of line up with those starts. The rays come forth, dividing lines, splitting the sigil from one sigil number, reveal several things. Counting the sigil will reveal ship routes, carriages, 4 rays, galloping, locomotion. Wavy lines are used to indicate extreme heat. Scorched air, blazing sun. Rainy realm is indicated by 3 vertical lines pouring down. Stormy weather is jagged. Falling snow, and then windy. Moats. On each sigil, floating between the rays, are small figures called moats. From the shape and style of the moats used on a sigil, we can tell the type of society given realm proclaimed, if they consider themselves mighty in arms or blessed by artistic and economic fortune. Tribal, agricultural, martial, metropolitan, academic, industrial, spiritual, poetic. These are kind of funny. So they purposely said, yeah, we're a primitive realm. We're going to put a star in our sigil. Border. Around each sigil is an adorned edge serving as a container for the information within. There are 8 different borders, each one corresponding to a different color. These borders always correspond to the banner and national colors of that specific realm. Black, red, violet, pink, green, yellow, orange, white. Putting it all together, by studying the core, rays, moats, and border of a sigil, you should now be able to unlock the meaning behind what had previously been an undecipherable enigma. Banners, martial, fog. So, I mean, that's red. Why does it say red crossed out banners? So this must be the sign for fog, and it's torn out, like the page is missing. Marshall, is that the two teeth? Yeah, Marshall. And then the pentagon is, I think it's Fen Ares is the name of the, yeah, Fen Ares. Cool. I mean, good info. Can we go? Doesn't seem like we can go any further yet. With this door still blocked, but I need to be on the lookout for those sigils for sure. I don't feel like we've seen them. Or I have not noticed them. We probably have seen them. Is this that Arindia? Is this the Arindia crest? Interesting. I am going to go back and turn the gas back on. Because I don't want to risk it. The other thing I was curious, maybe it's not worth the steps. I didn't like fully comprehend what it was saying about the blocked minecart. Is there somewhere here where it said something like you could go further in, but the minecart's blocking it? But what is that referring to? From the old tunnels. I'm not sure what that's about. Maybe that's referring to the strange like tunnel that kind of leads under the house. I know I'm wasting all my bonus steps, but I might go look at that. See if there's any change there. And I obviously have my bonus room as well. It's going to be 20 minutes before we even step foot in the house today. And I'm going to have 40 steps. I don't know. This maybe is what it's talking about. Not sure there. Oh, thankfully that didn't cost me any steps. They're kind of arbitrary lines here where it seems like it takes a step. I'm curious, does this work with the light? No, it does not. So, if I want to go back down, I'll have to turn the gas back on again, which is fine. Okay. At some point, we need to do the thing where you build a pool and then build a pump room and then drain the fountain and then come back out and see what happens. I haven't done that yet. What do I want? Shelter is good if we're going to try and do the blessing thing that we have going on. Root cellar, I still haven't made work with the shovel. The one time I picked root cellar, I never got a shovel. And there were so many dig spots. It was crazy. I feel like shelter's the smart one. And I don't need to go down. I know what's going on in the shelter. Oh, you know what? I'm kicking myself. I think I'm realizing now, did I have an upgrade disc that I didn't put in the computer last time? I got a second upgrade disc and I'd never put it in the computer. Oh, that's a bummer. That's a big miss. I was just thinking about how there's a computer in the shelter and it came back to me. Oh, that's a mistake for sure. Let's take the Nook because we're starting with gems. I mean, we never have enough gems, but we also rarely have enough keys, so. Seems like a good hallway spot. Sometimes it's nice to save the hallway for later, but just wondering if there was a date in there to take note of, now that we know we're looking for dates. Trying to go a little faster, I think, this time. We sort of know what we're looking for, and so don't need to beat around the bush too much. This is a good den spot. Because we already have access to this room anyway from the other side. Let's do storeroom. Yeah, I'm not like trying to speed run to the point where I make mistakes, but I'm, we're on day 15. I have like a pretty good, love that, lovely. I have a pretty good idea of like what I need to get done, so I think I can move with a little more speed. Commissaries, I'm with this, starting with this much gold, I think the commissary is not a bad pick. Sledgehammer is usually quite good. Running shoes are probably nice in this instance. Magnifying glass, we know where it is if it'll be useful. Not an ideal patio, but it's an alright chapel, actually. Although it's kind of a waste because we have the protection for red rooms. Let's do patio. Just because there will be dig spots in here, honestly. Obviously, it's not great to spread coins before you have any other green rooms, but... Oh, wait! Buried below. This was the room. Hold on. This was the aquarium, the room in the aquarium that had an X underneath the grill. And I have a shovel. And the grill is the tutorial for digging underneath things. Remember, let me pull open the picture. Is it this one? No. Yeah, this is the room. And then there's an X under the grill. What the heck? What do I do with that? What do I do with that info? That's good info. And there it says in the this game is very clever. It's too clever for me. I don't know what that means. I've made that connection. My monkey brain is activated and I made the connection, but what do I do with the info? Like it's all the same furniture in here, obviously. So it's obviously referring to this room. That's like a unique asset. I haven't seen that grill anywhere else. That's funny. All right, well, I guess we'll keep going. Do I want the veranda? 2 gems is expensive, but we have the shovel. Or should I? It's a little safer to do the parlor, I think. Let's not squander our gems this early on. We ran out of gems yesterday and we're hurting for it. Gems are on the table behind you. So that is a lie. The gems are in this box. Every statement claiming where the gems are is false. The gems are in the blue box. So this is false. If the gems were in the blue box, this would also be false, and this one would be true. If this one is true, then this one would be false, and this one's false. Every statement where the gems are is false. So if this is false, the gems could be in this one. Like if this is true and the gems are here, then this is false. And this is false because every statement wasn't wrong and the gems are not in the blue box. Wait, okay. Every statement claiming where the gems are is false. The gems are in the blue box. So that would mean that this statement is also false. I think that's a contradiction. I'm having trouble putting it to words, but it's a contradiction because every statement claiming where the gems are is false. The gems are in the blue box. So that would, if this statement is true, or if this box is quote unquote true, then that can't be right because it has a statement claiming where the gems are on it. And if this statement is true, then this one has to be false. But the box, so I mean that's okay if we consider this box as a whole is false. But even if this box as a whole is false, then the gems have to be in the white box because then this has to be the true one. So I think I think the gems are in here. Getting tricky. Let's retrace. I'm mad about this because I don't know what to do because I have the shovel. Come on. Let me dig up under the grill. I have no idea what it means that there's an X underneath the grill in the aquarium. Oh, missed that. Okay, we are doing very well with gems today, so I'm pleased about that. Let's do corridor. We did get a sledgehammer, so let's go this way and open up our chest. Nice chest. All right. Security room. Very nice, very nice. Utility closet early on. Could it be possible? Now that I've solved the puzzle, I'm not as desperate to get it, but it would still be nice. Set security level to low. Set offline mode to unlocked. Would love a utility closet. Just a normal closet is certainly not that bad either. Oh, the key card. I will take that as well. That is approximately as good. Gymnasium and dark room notwithstanding, and garage. So those also benefit from getting the utility closet, but put that to high. Try and spawn more of the doors now that we can open them. Spare green room. That's definitely the best one. I was curious if, because it's a green room, if there would be like maybe dig spots in here, because like the green rooms tend to generate dig spots, and so maybe like dig spots punching up through the ground, but unfortunately no. Garage. Oh, we don't have the car keys. Oh, it's a shame. 3 keys for 1 gem, but it seals us off. I think it's not worth it. Without the car keys, I think it's not worth it. June 15th. Like, do we think this was printed on the day she died? I already have that date written down, so I don't need to write it down again, but... none of these are great. Boudoir, I think you maybe need to generate both the boudoir and the walk-in closet to get her room. And I've wanted to get her room. But I also, it's possible these need to be connected to get her room. Still don't know this. Don't have any info since the last time I tried to put in a bunch of dates. 5 dig spots or utility closet. I don't mind if I do, actually, with the 5 dig spots. I probably overvalue these. They're not that good. Pardon the honking outside. Someone decided to lay on their horn for 15 full seconds. Yeah, the dig spots, they are like, they're nice when they give you a key. They're okay when they give you coins. Frequently they give you nothing. The turnips, that's a good one, definitely. But it's the Simpsons joke. It's like, it could be anything. It could even be, I shouldn't have tried to quote that when I knew that I did not remember what the punchline was. Darkroom is not bad. Let's do darkroom. I mean, it won't have the downside. It uses one of our shelters, but that's fine. I've already looked at all this, basically. Don't need to go through it again. Just seeing if there were anything special lying around. Okay, this is a good spot for the archives because the shelter blocks the negative effect, which I hate, which is the bane of my existence. So appreciate having that blocked. Yeah, let's definitely try and get the pool and see if we can complete that puzzle this time. So we can drain the water from the pool. I don't know if there's a reason to do so. There probably is. There usually is a reason to do stuff. If only just for like some consumables, but I would think that you'd see them like at the bottom of the pool as a hint, and you do not. We're getting pretty close. I think we do the chapel here. So we've used up our shelters, which is all right. 2 more red rooms in different ranks, and we will, on the second one, we'll get 5 gems. And for all future red rooms after that, we'll get 5 gems, which is quite good. I think this is a good drawing room. Good doors. Let's do a redraw. Bunk rooms, I mean, it's just kind of throwing away the square. We have 3 other square, like other doors. Kitchen is kind of throwing away a gem. I mean, the steps could come in, or the food could come in use. I mean, I have money. Not a ton, but I might need steps. Passageway, good doors. Not, you know what? It's a little silly. I think I'm going to do bunk room because the passageway is 2 gems. I only have 4 gems. I really don't want to run out of gems. We already have access to this room anyway. I'm not going to do passageway. I'm kind of between bunk room and kitchen. I might want the steps later. I think I'm going to do bunk room. I think that's the more prudent option here. And you know what? I'm happy about that. I love him. All the lore in this game and we don't get to know his name. Outrageous. We never got the letter puzzle for this room. It's probably I, but let's see if it's pilot, and plot. Yep, it's I. All right, we'll use our key here. I kind of feeling a redraw. Laboratory's good, but not here. It's really bad here. It kind of locks us off from a lot of this. I mean, we could use the chapel to go up, but I'm doing a redraw. Don't hate Rumpus Room. We got gems for it. Great chance of finding items. Nice. Should we do our Zoltar machine again? Is this relevant? Is there the fact there's a bishop in here relevant? Do we need to put a bishop in here on that chessboard? I kind of don't want to write it down. I should. I'll note it. I don't think that's the solution to the puzzle, but Let me make another grid. Because I feel like the bishop comes with the room, and the room can be generated anywhere. So that's why I don't think that's the solution to the puzzle. Shoot. All right. I've made a note that there was a bishop in here. I will keep track of that as I see chess pieces, and if they are in like consistent spots, then that might be a hint that that has to do with the solution of the puzzle. Oh, cool. Okay, so the elevator, I only need to activate once. That's nice. So I don't need to go to the other side to activate it. Happy about that. We are once again beelining it. Let's do the sauna. We haven't built this yet. Once again, I'm doing the thing where I cut myself off from the antechamber pretty early on in the day. And if I do need to access the antechamber from that side, I'm going to be sad. But it doesn't seem like there's too much else going on in here. But that one's locked. The chapel. I'm going to go back. Did I get everything in here? Oh, I didn't do this.
And as it was foretold, I am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect you wish me to look into your future. The image is becoming clear. I see the darkened cloud of ruin, familiar to us both, now decrepit, run down, and in disrepair. I see 8 red envelopes resting upon 8 pedestals. And in these 8 envelopes, I see 8 letters penned by 8 different hands. 8 letters of which you will only ever find and read 7. Just like the art hanging on the walls of these rooms, there is a letter missing. What you
Already
have
solved that one.
heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara. Until the dawn of the following day, I will have nothing more to say.
So we found one of the red envelopes, and it was marked 7. I do want, because we have the shelter today, I do actually want to run back out there and check if there was a date in the envelope. Because obviously there are 8 dates, 8 red envelopes. Also, we know that one of the dates didn't come from a red envelope. It was carved on that tree. So we're only looking for 7 more dates. And if we think that there's actually only 7 envelopes, then that could make sense if there's a date in each envelope. Like when that envelope was written, when that letter was written. So that lines up to me. All right. Do I want to use my key here or West Wing Hall? Probably here. That's a good effect, but not here. Aquarium, we don't really need again. Let's do library. Can request another book. I think we need the pump system guide. For that puzzle. Maybe it'll give a clue of some sort. I think there's much else going on in here that I'm aware of to look out for. Bookshop, books for sale. Never seen this before. Absolutely. What the heck? Super rare. What rooms am I missing? Oh, I'm missing a lot of these. I have all those. Missing a number of bedrooms. I'm missing her lady's room. Probably missing the Baron's bedroom. This is the... Well, I was going to say there's the solarium, but the solarium would probably go here in the studio edition. So this is something else. Interesting. Always fun to find a new room. Reddington Herald, a new clue sold out in hours. New Clue by Marion Marigold. It should come as no surprise that the latest book from local author Marion Marigold is breaking literary records, making headlines even in absentia. The release of her new book, A New Clue, comes only 14 months after the distressful report of the author's mysterious and unexplained disappearance. Her current publisher has issued a statement debunking the conspiracy theories surrounding the book's recent announcement, stating the writing of the book was completed well into editing stages many months before the disappearance. In addition, the publisher has revealed that all proceeds from first edition sales of A New Clue will be going to Lasting Hope, a nonprofit organization that aims to provide resources and intel in the investigation of missing persons. Still, the timing conveniently mysterious title of Marigold's third book has left many cynics denouncing the book and her disappearance as a cheap publicity stunt. Detective Bon Margul has been to in the library checking out books, who many theorize may have been the inspiration for A New Clue, was quoted only saying that the book was unintentionally accurate. Regardless of their opinions, fans, pundits, and cynics alike were standing together elbow to elbow in bookshop pews this morning, eager to get their hands on what may very likely be the last words ever published by the missing author. All right, there's another bishop here. Take note of it, I guess. A New Clue, 50 coins. Realm and Rune. Oh, this is the undamaged version of that book. Books purchased in the bookshop will be permanently added to the library and available to check out on your next visit. So I have to check them out. Curse of the Black Bridge. Drafting Strategy 4 and 5. Oh, I want all these. This is fascinating. I mean, I definitely want a new clue, but I don't have 50 coins. History. So this is how we get the unexpurgated history of Arendia. Oh, this is cool. This is a cool. I'm curious about Realm and Rune just because we just saw this and we have the coins for it. But I could also get both of these. I'm not going to buy anything yet, but I am going to buy something. For sure. Is there anything else in here? I'll wait a bit. If I... Oh, gosh. My last key. I think it's worth it. Gymnasium is passageway, but better. So I don't really need the steps at this point. Kind of has to be pantry. As soon as I hit a lock, I'm at the end of the line, I think. Unfortunately. We don't really need the utility closet. Billiard room, maybe we'll get a key. This often is a silver key. Maybe always is a silver key. Who knows? Let's see if it's a silver key this time. 14, 20 plus 3 minus 3 is 20. 12 minus 5 minus 1 divided by 2. I think pink is... No, purple's divided. Pink is times. So 12. 20 minus 6, 14 divided by 7, 2 times 2, 4. Nice. Even better than a silver key. So, but that does confirm that it's not always a silver key. Again, should we use it here? The only other door I have is the West Wing Hall door. Which maybe it would be slightly safer, but not by much. We need more dog lore. We need to unlock the kennel to get more dog lore. Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. I don't have the antechamber unlocked. I'm not going to get... Even if I got the Great Hall, I don't have keys for it. I don't have the Hidden Garden. Like, I just don't have... I'm not going to get anything else. And I've never drafted the Chamber of Mirrors before. So at least I'll get more lore this way. Like, Passageway, what's going to happen? I'll get one more room here. Like, I just don't... It's better to get info about the Chamber of Mirrors. I've never wanted to draft it before because it's always a dead end. And it doesn't actually seem like that valuable of an effect. Maybe it is. Obviously, it could be good. Trying to take things in here. Oh, there's a gem on the counter on the table over there. So that opened up. Huh. Opens that up and closes that. Hmm. Very perplexed on what's going on here. Oh. Do I need to draft the Chamber of Mirrors several times and enter it from different doors? That would kind of make sense. So if I draft it once, it gets re-entered to the pool. Then I draft it again facing a different direction. I can press a different button. Obviously, or if I just draft it from the other direction, I can get to the middle and press the middle button. So I only need to draft it twice as long as I enter it from opposite directions. I was like, just it's like there's nothing else to interact with in here. The possibility of this game isn't that huge. Possibility space of this game for like what you can interact with. So it's very perplexed. That makes sense because the whole thing is it lets you draft multiple times. Okay. All right, time to make a hard decision at the bookshop and then go and check the shelter. It's my last thing for the day. The drafting strategy, I'm like curious about those. I will say Volume 1 and Volume 3 didn't really help that much. They gave a few tips that were like good gameplay tips, but they didn't have like clues really. Realm and Rune, I'm gonna go with Realm and Rune. Unfortunately, I already picked this. I guess it hasn't been added yet, so it doesn't matter. So something to look forward to. Didn't get anything with the pool. Didn't get any of that. Oh, well, I got the sauna, so I will have extra steps tomorrow. How do I get out of here? Pool. Oh, pool, archives, darkroom, courtyard, boudoir. Okay, that's a convoluted way to escape for sure. I mean, am I even gonna have enough steps to get to the shelter? That'd be a shame. I do have the running shoes, so it may save me. Yeah. Still trying to get a run where I can get to the anteroom and also antechamber and also the foundation. That I think will be the next big reveal, which I'm very much looking forward to. Oh. To see it again, I have to open the safe again. A little bit annoying. All right, I am gonna do that, but I will pause it. I won't. I'll come back once I've done it. All right, we're back. That was kind of annoying. I'm gonna actually screenshot this time. I went back through my screenshots and I screenshot everything, and somehow I did screenshot this one. So now that I know that, or the The Zoltar machine has warned me that these notes are so important. And after all that, there's no date in here. Just scanning through this again. Obviously, I already read it. It does say last week, so maybe you could try and pinpoint it, but I do not believe so. All right. Well, it was worth checking, but I think we can. Yeah, I think we can call it a day there. Still trying to get the fabled run where we actually get to the foundation and the antechamber. That will be very nice. Hasn't happened yet, but should happen soon. Definitely got a lot to think about this episode, but we'll keep working towards that. So appreciate you stopping by. Drop a like and subscribe if you enjoy, and we'll keep going on next time. Thanks a lot.